I've been messing with the seal for well over 8 hours, and it sits up in there. Phone will focus. There we go. It sits up in there against the transom tunnel where it goes through to the engine coupling, and the seal keeps grease from the bearing from squeezing back into the engine bay. A puller with jaws as threads onto the slide hammer just pulls right through the rubber lip. As you can see, the rubber lip is really thick, but when it sits inside, all that's exposed is about what's after my thumbnail to the inner diameter. So you don't have a lot to grab, and even what you do just pulls right through with a 3-jaw or 2-jaw puller, and the 3-jaw doesn't even really fit. So I was rummaging around through my spare parts bin, and I have this 1-inch PVC coupler. I think this is designed to go over the end of a 1-inch pipe and couple up to 1.25 inches or 1.5 inches, maybe something like that. Probably 1.25 inches. It looks like an 1/8 inch diameter all the way around. So that fit up against the seal like so. Now this PVC coupler fit right through that inner diameter in there perfectly. Didn't drag on the walls, didn't catch, nothing. But then I had an issue with getting it to stop and getting it to grab, and the adapter I use that comes with the slide hammer just didn't cut it. It got caught. It was too big. So then I found this washer that actually goes on the outdrive tilt pistons, and threaded that onto this piece that comes with the slide hammer. When you do that, get lucky, find a nut that threads onto the smaller thread, and it holds that washer rather stationary. Now the bummer is you have to, excuse me, you have to get this part aligned like such, but on the other side of the seal. So you have to go into the engine bay, and I worked it down towards the seal and then back into the coupler for the engine. And then I rested it on the PVC like so. So if you're looking at it from the back of the boat like I am, I rested on the PVC and was able to start the slide hammer into it, pushing it back into the coupler on the engine, and then it had just enough resistance for me to start the threads of the slide hammer into it. Once I did that, when I started pulling on it, I ensured that the washer was centered in the PVC and not dragging on any of the other metal, because it's stainless. It will chew up the housing in there, which I believe to be aluminum. And then this dude just, with a couple of hits, it just drug that seal right out. I've seen guys, you can see where I tried to put vice grips on it from the grease port to pull on it, and all that resulted in was damage to my hand. So I've seen guys tear these things apart and chisel up under all the edges to pry them out and bend them in half, and then you just have no idea what kind of damage you're going to do to the inside of the housing. And it's hard to see, but the inside of that is spotless. There's no scarring or gouges or anything, because it just pulled it right out. So if you have a Mercruiser Bravo 3 outdrive, or whatever other outdrive uses this grease seal, the trick is a basic slide hammer kit from Amazon. I think it was like $60, which you can use in your shop. If you're doing this by yourself, or you're doing this on your own, you probably could use one anyways. And then the threaded portion that comes with the slide hammer, just to fit the inner diameter of this washer, which is again part of the outdrive assembly. And then this PVC adapter, which says PVC 1, I assume that's 1 inch, schedule 40. Oh, it does say 1.5 to 1.25 inches right there, 1.5 to 1.25 inch adapter. And it does not matter which way you put it on. I had it this way, facing aft, with the collared end forward in the boat, and it worked pretty well. So there you have it, guys. That seal came right out, and if I had figured that trick out earlier, it would have saved me a lot of hassle. Here's my new seal. I've made a custom driver, and we're gonna see if we can get the new one installed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. The hardest part of this method is getting this lined up down inside the boat, and it takes a little finesse. I did it by myself. If you have a second set of hands to operate the slide hammer, which sits like this, if you have somebody that can sit out here and move it around and position it or whatever, it'll go even faster. But I just had to sit it and adjust the weighted handle to keep the shaft where I wanted it. But two people will definitely make the job go faster. So that's it, guys. Have a great day, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.